All right, welcome back, YouTube. So, new week, new painting update. So, I've been kind of busy painting. I wish I could have got these guys done sooner. This is half a unit of what I'm calling early immortals. They're going to have the figure eight type shield, the large figure eight type shield. And they're going to be armed with spears and hand weapons. These ones are armored, a mix of padded armor, linen thoraxes, and then scale thoraxes as well. These are the Victrix Heavy Spearman sets. Big flaw in this set, if you didn't catch my review of that set, is that they only have 12 figure 8 shields for the box of 30 miniatures, which is like, okay, so what do I do if I want to have a 24-man unit, which is pretty standard in most medieval and ancient gaming conventions? Well, I guess you're fucked. Because, yeah. Some people suggested using green stuff to make a mold out of them, which I did not do. What I ended up doing is just buying another box. Because I needed another box for later Immortals or later 10,000, whatever you want to call them, Kingsguard, that'll have Aspis. So I was like, whatever. And they do come with plenty of Aspis. There's Aspis in all the sets, essentially, both the light and heavy spearman sets. I painted these guys with a mix of purples, some on darker purple, some a lighter purple or violet, and then I did yellow and red patterns on them. I'll show them off here. The good news is, this is the standard bearer. Still got to do the transfer, but he's more or less done. Just kind of did him with the white linen thorax there. To be honest, with these guys, I think the red looks better. No standing poses. And I wish they would have had more armored helmet options. I actually stole helmets, especially these more Persian type helmets here. These, bell type helmets. I end up stealing helmets from command sprues and some of the cavalry helmets. So these guys have a mix of Persian helmets, Thracian helmets, and Corinthian helmets. So kind of a little... This is actually War Games Atlantic. I had one War Games Atlantic figure kicking around, so I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll throw them in there. But yeah, that's these guys here. Just kind of got them done. So, yeah, nothing too crazy about them. I think this is one of the... I stole this from the one of the leftovers I had from the cavalry heads for the heavy cavalry set. So I just kind of threw him on there. And I gotta do a couple touch-ups here. But yeah, they more or less turned out pretty good. Pretty happy with them. So, and then last but not least, this guy I did 2 in the white linen thorax. Wish I would have done them both just with the red. I think the red looks good. But yeah, so that's that. We'll have the other 11 to do to get done with. I think my wife is actually out of town. It's just me and little man all weekend. So I should theoretically be able to get through some miniatures this weekend. I don't have a lot going on. So if I could get the other half of the unit done, maybe even the shield transfers too, I'll be sitting good, because that essentially the army's coming to a screeching halt pretty soon. I mean, after this unit of infantry, I have 2 units of cavalry, 2 units of infantry, and 2 chariots, and like another command stand or 2. So like really, we're talking less than 100 miniatures now, which means I have probably definitely over 250, maybe over 300 at this point, painted up. So yeah, 2 units of cavalry, 2 units of infantry, and some command stands and 2 chariots. Like, not a whole lot of miniatures to paint. So the army, I think I will get done with the army by the New Year's. That's my goal. Yeah, I think by the New Year's the army's going to be done. I am going to be going on vacation the day after Christmas, so I won't be painting between the 26th and the 3rd. But I should be doing a lot of decent amount of painting other than that. So that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy about that. I definitely think I could get 2 more units of cavalry done at the very least. I think that could happen. I'm waiting. I have everything painted. I could work on a unit of Kardaka. I do have a unit of Kardaka Vitrix that I could work on. But I want to finish all the early stuff. I have a unit of Kardaka and then a unit of Scythian horse archers. I'm going to do the Scythian horse archers because I can use those for Greco-Persian wars. I can't really use the Kardaka guys for Greco-Persian wars. So we'll do the cavalry first. And then once the cavalry's done, then I'll do the infantry, the chariots, and the last command stands. I already got 2 command stands done. I need to do 2 more, I believe. So, yeah, that's that. Pretty happy with these guys. Once January 3rd rolls around, I'm going to head dive straight into the Greeks and get the Greeks done. We're doing the battle. We did the mock battle. So we know how we're going to do the tables. We are going to be able to make it work in Holy Diver's basement. He actually cleared out the second room in his basement. That was kind of like a terrain building studio or a paint booth for him, where he would do that kind of stuff, and he cleared it out for games, because he's actually been gaming a lot with some of his other friends. He's doing a lot of fantasy and Warhammer stuff. But yeah, so he actually has a whole other room, and we can essentially set up, we can have an 8-foot table in there, and the 8-foot table will suffice for this battle. So that's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. So Black Friday, we're going to do Marathon, and then my goal is, if we could swing Thermopylae by Christmas, that would be great. I have all the miniatures. It'll come down to Holy Diver getting the mountain pass, the hot gates set up, because that's his responsibility. Marathon was more or less my responsibility. I got the boats, I got the mats, and he's going to tackle Thermopylae and get the hot gates. So, and I have no idea what he's going to do. I think he's going to use his skull. So we're going to use some of his skull pass terrain, and then he's probably going to have to make a little bit more, come up with, I don't know. He'll figure it out. I ain't too worried about it. But yeah, so the army is it's almost done. It's almost done. And then I think in January or February, we'll probably do Plataea, and then we'll do Mycale, and then yeah, I think by May we'll be done with the Greco-Persian Wars. That'll give me a few months to get some Greeks painted, the way I paint. Whew, I probably won't have more than 100 painted, unfortunately. So we might have to double down on getting some Greeks painted. So yeah, been reading all your guys' comments and watching all your guys' videos. Really great stuff out there. I've just been enjoying my hobby time. My motivation levels are high. I'm ready to get some shit done. I'm ready to keep going and going and going. So we'll ride the high while we can. And until next time, guys, keep on painting.